Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah ma ba'd. A question here about Tashahud. We've recently seen a question about what to do with the finger in Tashahud. This question here is about what should a person say in the first Tashahud if they have finished what they needed to say but the Imam is still sitting. Hopefully you're with me on this one. The first Tashahud. So for Dhuhr, Asr and Isha, Maghrib as well. The person is sitting in the first Tashahud, the first sitting after 2 rak'at. And he has recited the Tashahud, At-Tahiyyatu Lillahi wa Salawatu wa Tayyibat until the end. We've previously talked about what a person should be doing with his finger, either pointing or moving it up and down simultaneously, as in constantly, or he moves it up and down with the dua, or he points every now and then. I mean, we talked about it separately, we don't want to repeat that. But the point here is though about the saying. If a person has finished the tashahhud, and this is the first tashahhud, what should he do? Now here is a difference of opinion between the ulama. The Hanafis say that he should be quiet because he has completed what he needs to say, and this is generally the case for them throughout the salat. So imagine you're in ruku' and you've said Subhana Rabbil Azim 3 times. With them, a view from the madhab is that then a person should just then be quiet. If the imam is making it longer, the ruku', then khalas, either you continue Subhana Rabbil Azim or you can remain quiet. And the same when it comes to sujood, and the same when it comes to tashahhud, because you have done what is required of you, so you don't need to do anything. If the imam is continuing, just sit there and wait. That's well known from the Hanafi madhab. The Shafi'iyya, and this is perhaps why some of the imams lengthen the first tashahhud, they say that you should then add to it the Durood Ibrahimiyya. So when you finish at Tahiyyat, then carry on to Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim, and just keep reciting it. It's fine, keep going basically. And I remember seeing a fatwa from Sheikh Aziz bin Baz in this regard, and he says the same thing. That person should just continue. There's no harm in it. Just keep going. The Hanabila have said no. This is not the position for you now to do Durood Ibrahimiyya, as we learn from the Hadith of Ibn Mas'ud and others from the companions. That the Messenger of Allah ﷺ used to keep the first tashahhud short, and he used to only recite the tashahhud within it, and not the Durood Ibrahimiyya or any other kind of dua. All of that is reserved for the final tashahhud. So the Hanabila, what they say is that the person should repeat the first tashahhud. So he's finished the tashahhud, the imam is still sitting, he's still got some time. What does he do? Remain quiet? Go into Durood? The Hanabila say no, we don't agree with that one, we don't agree with that one. We say repeat the tashahhud, start again. At-Tahiyyatu Lillahi wa Salawatu wa Tayyibat. And there are 2 reasons why this is the correct view. Number 1, and this is what Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah says in Sharh al-Mumti', and this is something which is really important and we need to pay attention to for all of us in our salat. There is no part of the salat which is empty. There is no part of the salat which is empty, devoid of any kind of dhikr. And sometimes people do this between the 2 sajdas. They just sit there and they are quiet. Or after the ruku', maybe the imam is increasing in different adhkar, they just stand there. Or maybe even worse than that, in the dhuhr and the asr prayer, the silent prayers, they just stand there. There is no such thing as you praying and not reciting. And this is one of the views of, or one of the arguments of the Hanbali madhab, which is that there is no part of the salah which is empty. So if you have finished and the imam is continuing, what do? Just sit there and be empty? No. Carry on. Start again at Tahiyyat. Now, you don't carry on with the Durood because this is not the place of the Durood, so then what you do is you'd go back to the original dhikr, which is at Tahiyyat. Also there is qiyas. So now if a person has finished Subhana Rabbil Azim in ruku' 3 times, what do we say to him? Quiet? No, there's no such thing as being quiet. So then increase, do another 3. Do something else which has been narrated from the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, because we've got nothing as a substitute that can also be recited, after the first tashahud, what we will say is, just like if you don't know anything else except Subhana Rabbil Azim in ruku', so we say the same thing again here. And for me, that seems to be the stronger view, and this is also what our Sheikh Sa'd al-Shatri taught us as well when we were studying fiqh, that a person should not be quiet, he should come with the tashahud again. And again, this is an issue which is flexible, but it's also a mas'ala which has been discussed in fiqh, and I think it is something which is relevant and important for the Muslim to know of. Irrespective of what opinion you follow, this is something that needs to be studied. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives us comfort in our salat and a connection with Him in the dunya, so that we return to His mercy and His pleasure in the akhirah. Allahu a'lam wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.